there's some things to say about FunK that we'll get into in a moment, but it is worth noting for those tuning in, this is only game 2. We did not cast game number 1. Just kind of grabbing a series, so we're not waiting too long. And in the bottom left side of Detox, we have My Insanity's Green Zerg PengWin.
In the top right, as the red Protoss, it is My Insanity's FunK.
Now, apparently FunK, who's also new to the team, like Botvinnik, has been performing really well in the SC2 Improved Team League, and the thing hosted by Wardy, and one of their better players. So PengWin being down 1 doesn't surprise me all that much, but I don't know a whole lot about FunK, to be honest. We've cast him a couple of times for certain, but what I see right away is that he obviously doesn't know this map.
Yeah, there's really not much of a reason to wall off down here. If they go for an early pool, they've not exactly messed up, but it is actually a rather long map, deceivingly long. But it's also something that, like, you know, it's not going to help you putting your wall there as opposed to at the natural if you're worried about an early pool. If you're really worried about an early pool, sometimes the best opportunity is to actually SimCity your actual, like, your nexus and base.
Yeah.
So it just looks like he doesn't really... He's just like, oh, it's a ramp, so that's where I put my stuff, right? And it's like, well, not exactly.
Like a million times, I will keep referencing, Huck has some of the best mineral line based SimCity. Like, I really like a lot of his openers when he plays versus Zerg, just because of the way he builds. But building like this can be a little bit more exposed in some cases. Oh my god. Sweet Natura in chat.
Huh?
Where did you get those Nekoitsumi butt kitty emoticons? Look at those, they're so cute!
Oh, butt kitty.
Kitty butts.
Teen booty and Gen booty.
Okay.
Okay.
Teen booty and Gen booty. I'll have to go look that up sometime. I never played Nekoitsumi. I never got sucked into that world, but it was always super cute watching you share pictures of the cats and everyone else.
Yeah, now luckily these cats are all feral, so they're like taking care of themselves, and I don't have to feel bad that I haven't played that game in like months. Amazing.
What if you came back and your cats were all like savage and feral?
Savage? I mean, just give them some catnip and they'll be like, oh, okay. Here's a cat butt.
You're like, I was worried about the cat for about all of 4 seconds. That tiger charging at me, I just gave him like a big bushel of catnip and I was good to go.
Yeah. There's actually no catnip in that game, unless they changed it recently, so that's what they're missing. Yep.
I feel like the catnip, and as funny as this is to say, it would be more addicting to the players than the cats.
I mean, what would it would like increase the, because okay, what happens is that you feed them and then cats come, so it's kind of like catnip already. Like, what would catnip do? Make them stay longer? Probably not. Make them eat more? It's not like weed.
I got a bad case of the kitty munchies. All right, so PengWin, by the way, it's worth noting, last time we saw him, it was versus Naniwa. He did some cool stuff where he took a base up here very early on, prepared for a base trade. His whole career, PvZ, he's had pretty good success with mutas and tech swaps. But FunK, opening with Phoenixes, probably knows a good chunk about PengWin anyways from them being on the same team. And I know the My Insanity guys talk a lot. So there's got to be this sort of, I almost feel blind counter coming out of FunK to say, like, look, all I got to do is set up to not be base traded, and I'm already ahead in the game.
So how do you do that? You, even if you go for Phoenixes first, which is what he's doing, they can still force the issue. They can still go Muta Corrupt there, and that's still difficult to deal with. And certainly PengWin knows how to deal that. You could try and, like, all in before they even get a chance to go for mutas, but that's pretty risky. Generally, if a Zerg scouts you going for an all-in in Legacy of the Void, they'll be able to respond. But maybe not PengWin. I mean, PengWin is going for the fast layer. He wants to get up to mutas. He wouldn't have roaches ready to go and turn into Ravagers. But I don't see FunK preparing for a 2-base all-in either.
Okay, so PengWin could have just got that probe going for the third. That's a bit of a mistake because his darts pass and actually won't see it. Oh, he does see it. Meanwhile, Overlord's getting killed. That's 1 and 2 going down. This is going to actually just supply block him straight up more so than he was already. That kind of sucks. He'll get an Adept for his troubles, but it's not really worth his troubles.
Not really. He always sees the third base going down. Unfortunately, losing the Lings like that, he won't really be able to threaten it. The thing about, if you see the Nexus go down is if you get a surround on it, it's almost guaranteed to cancel at least once because it has such low health when it starts being built. But not going to remake the Lings. There wouldn't really be an opportunity. Some cities starting to go up. More depths are being warped in. Of course, PengWin going for the +1 melee. What else is new? He does have his preferred style. Oh, okay. So That's one thing to talk about. If PengWin isn't going for mutas, which he might still after this Hydralisk thing, he seems to be going for Hydras, whether it's like a 2-base Hydra build. I know that he showcased that in Heart of the Swarm a few times, and I'm pretty sure even at least once in Legacy of the Void. I don't know if it was like versus Naniwa or someone. And that can really surprise the opponent who's maybe trying to blind counter mutas, you know? But this is also just something that a lot of people are doing. Like 3-base Ling Hydra is not a bad, odd build. But it is funny to see it combined with the +1 melee and just coming out from PengWin, who really anticipated mutas on Detox. And Detox is actually well set up for air. So the reason to go for mutas on this.
Oh, it's tearing down the rocks, which is kind of cool. This will not stop a push, because it's worth noting as we zoom out twice, there's a lot of ways to just simply go around this path. But it does buy you that little bit of time as the tower does get knocked down.
Yeah, PengWin, of course, is one of the only guys who likes playing on Detox, and as such is usually the only one who's bothering to utilize its triple rocks and whatnot.
I imagine saying likes is a little bit of a stretch there. I don't know if anyone really truly loves this map, because it is abnormal, but
so
yeah,
he's willing to abuse it?
Yeah, he's one of the guys who have been better adapted to it, I think is how I would phrase it, to be honest.
Okay.
But, that double robo is kind of exposed, and this lingering by, well, maybe not that big of a deal initially, could have been devastating, but good response out of FunK, doesn't take too much damage from it.
No, and there is that Spire, so I said, like, you know, it might start off with Ling Hydra, but it might go into Spire afterwards. What's problematic, though, is that usually the idea with Ling Hydra, and has always been the idea with Ling Hydra, because this was a popular build in Heart of the Swarm too, is that you would attack and try and do damage, and then transfer over, get that bank while you're attacking and threatening, and they're too scared to think about the Hydras to think about the mutas. PengWin not going for any Hydras at all until now, and then they'll be scouted by the Phoenixes. Okay, that's a lot more Hydras, never mind. He still has, I guess, an opportunity to do so, but that Spire is there. It's not being used. It is bothering me at the +1 fire attack. But he's also going for a Lurker Den, so it's really just a question of what does PengWin want to do, I suppose? Like, money and gas into Hydra Lurker, or money and gas into a Muta transition?
I would really love, I think it's not going to be, but I would love if PengWin was just doing the sickest fake out right now. Like, you show the Lurker Den, you show a lot of Hydras, it looks like it's going to be Lurkers, so, you see that Immortal production while a couple of Phoenixes bleed out and don't get replaced. But FunK is ready for this. Like, that's what I really like about a player who, and this is unfortunate, because maybe FunK is stream cheating. Fuck if we know, because he can just, I think they're in the same house according to Sabu, but, like, he's got the Phoenix, he's got the +1 weapon upgrades, he's not letting up on this. And if PengWin was going for some mind games, and maybe he didn't game 1, and that's why we didn't see game 1, we don't know how that played out. But this is not working. It's not going to catch FunK off guard. And if PengWin wants to make that swap, that's going to have to be something made way later on down the line.
I feel like we're going to have a lot of mistakes of calling him Funka. When it is just FunK.
Did I say Funka?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, well, maybe I meant FunK, comma,
yeah.
my thought, alright?
Of course, yeah. That's probably what you did.
FunK. Whoops, I don't want to do all chat. Why do I have referee? God damn it.
Oh my god, I was gonna try and warn you, and I was like, well, what are the chances he's gonna speak in this game?
I was gonna type it.
I was like complaining about it in chat, like secretly. I was like that feeling when you've made the lobbies like for the last like year or something like that, and they still don't know to give you referee. You
guys don't understand. I always ask not to be given referee, because I will be the first person to fuck up all chat and write something stupid. But PengWin slowly advancing the lines, has no high ground vision, so he can't really hit anything just yet. The observers have full vision of the Lurkers, and the Immortal count's not quite high enough to just A-move into this, but with 2 being pumped at a time, FunK should be able to do this. He should be able to break this. And let's not forget, that's right, you can come down the other ramp and come out from behind. PengWin could also push up said ramp. It's kind of dangerous and kind of precarious.
So I wonder how much, PengWin is really hoping and banking on this mutalist transition, because FunK has never really stopped building Phoenixes. And they're not just for the muta transition, they're obviously helping with the Lurkers, and by not doing much damage with this, PengWin is not really set up for a transition. Like, sure, I'll get 17 mutas right off the bat, that's a very nice number, but the Phoenix count's already up there too.
So those graviton beams were fantastic. Removing the Lurkers from the equation, let the charge lots get on top of the Hydras. And we've talked about this before. Like, any level of weapon upgrades, charge lots are so good versus Hydra lists when they've got adequate numbers. And there certainly were adequate numbers.
Well, getting the Templar Archives as well to add in some Archons for the usually inevitable base trade, but Phoenixes can actually make it not so inevitable. Like, if you really do get an overpowering amount of Phoenix, especially with the upgrade, they actually might just straight up die.
PengWin's at such a supply deficit coming into this. I mean, the Mutalisks are an interesting choice, because this army doesn't have anything that really shoots up. It is primarily the Phoenix. But With Archons coming out with plenty of Phoenix to boot, the Mutas, oh, they get caught right away. They need to be coming out bunched up, all 16 at a time.
Yeah.
No chance to fight, no chance to survive. Make your time. PengWin has a drone, though, because I guess he was going for a base trade. Not going to happen, though. GG. Well, congratulations to FunK, Protoss player, who will continue to advance in the brackets, but rest in pepperonis, PengWin.
Yep. I'm thinking we should go into maybe. I mean, if you want to follow this to Gung Fu Panda, that's cool. It would be PvP. But Lily Canine versus Tang Tang or Mana.
I think I'd rather do
waiting for Botvinnik.
Right, any of the other two I think look good. Like, no offense to Gung Fu Panda and FunK, I don't want to watch a PvP particularly when there's the options of Botvinnik versus either Protoss or Zerg, because Bly or Billowy, or Lily Canine versus Mana or Tang Tang. I think those are both two really good looking matchups. If we do find ourselves sticking around in limbo, we may jump into something else, but I think we'll let that one go. We are going to cast both semifinals today either way, folks, so don't worry. But we are going to have to find another best of 3 first. I would also like to once more draw attention to our bad cosplay contest. We only have one person who's entered so far, and that's totally fine if nobody else wants to enter today. But we're going to be giving away a $20 G2A gift card to anyone who can do some really, really bad cosplay with us on stream here. So real quick, as we show, Mana kicked us off with a bit of a funny tweet today. I responded with some equally terrible cosplay. And then Jirai also entered in with some what looks like elastic bands and deflated boomsticks in a hockey mask. So the worse the cosplay is, the better your chances of winning, guys. Get some post-it notes, tape them to your hands, make claws. I don't care. Tweet us some bad StarCraft cosplay if you want a chance to win a $20, or it's not even $20. It's like €20. So it's like $30 G2A gift card. But we're going to go to a small commercial break, so don't go anywhere, and hopefully we'll have a game ready to go when we return. Although I've said that every time we've gone to ads, we've never had that happen, so maybe I should just stop saying that. See you guys soon.